All right, bro, I'm literally going to show you how to teleport to 10K month in SMA fast, guaranteed, no work, no risk. So chances are if you watch this video, you are royally fucked. And if you keep on going down this path, bro, you're going to be even more fucked. Now, I dropped out of university about 2 years ago and I pretty much cut out all my friends, broke my girlfriend, and literally went from 0 to 10K month in SMA in the first 90 days of actually doing this. But the main reason I achieved all this stuff is because I understood this one thing that you don't. So you might be asking me, first of all, why is this guy wearing a tuxedo? Second of all, okay, Eric, what's the actual secret? Now, I'm actually going to show you guys the secret right now. All I want you to do is just sit down for the next 10 minutes, watch this video full screen, and if you can't do that, you're going to be even more fucked in the first place. I'm literally going to solve all your problems in this video. If you failed the bloodline and you want to be successful, now you might be taking a bit of a hit to ego here, but I'm actually just being very, very honest with you because, so when you clicked on this video, you probably thought there's going to be some crazy new method or new way of actually getting 10K month with low effort, low risk, low sacrifice, no work. But the actual true harsh reality is it's going to be a lot of fucking work, right? When I dropped out of university 2 years ago, I literally cut out everyone. I was hitting 12 to 14 hour work days. I didn't stop until I hit my goals. And I kept on going so fucking hard. And this is why you guys need persistency. So I'm actually going to go into a few points that actually allowed me to hit 10K so fast. But the main wake-up call was actually you not getting all this instant gratification shit, right? Because it's just not the actual reality, right? When you hit 10K month, you're going to feel so fucking happy. And trust me, I'm going to show you guys how to do this video. But first, let me actually start off with a quick story. So I got a mentor when I first started out. And there was a specific thing he kept on doing with me where he knew how to automate specific tasks, right? And he knew how to scrape leads. He knew how to automate cold calls, all this stuff, right? But the thing is, he didn't actually teach me how to do any of that, right? He literally made me figure it out all by myself. And I'm very, very thankful for this reason alone, because if I just got everything fed easily and fast and simple, which you guys want the answer to, it's just not really going to work, right? Because what happened is I built out so many different problem-solving skills and literally critical thinking skills on actually how to develop these automations, how to do that. And that's literally the reason why I built out the Loom automation or the scraping leads automation or any sort of crazy automation you guys might have seen from me on YouTube. But let's actually get into the core context of the video. So there's going to be about 5 different points I'm going to mention right now. Okay, so point 1. So Tate actually talks a lot about this stuff. It's actually creating a super villain version of yourself. And actually, quick story. So my mentor told me when I was first starting out to hit 10K month 2 years ago, he told me to do 200 cold calls per day. Fuck me, bro. When I saw that thing, I was like, fuck. And then he also told me to do 100 cold SMS per day, also 50 cold DMs per day on Facebook, and also 200 cold emails per day as well. So I was like, oh, fuck. When I saw that, I was like, damn, okay, we got to lock in. So I had to create a super villain version of myself, right? This person every single day was going to the gym when he didn't feel like it. This person was also cold approaching girls. Well, I actually went celibate, to be honest. I broke my girlfriend. I didn't see any girls for those 3-4 months. This was in September 1st, 2022 to December 2022. Anyways, so this person was doing all the cold calls every single day. I had to do so much fucking work to actually beat this version and show up every single day, right? There's actually this book called Reality Transferring as well. Some of you guys may know it. Me and Iman Ghazi have read it over 12 times. And it actually talks about alternate lifelines. So there's a version of yourself where you're homeless. There's a version of yourself right now where you're making 100K per month. There's a version of yourself where you're making 10K a month, 15K a month in SMA, whatever it is. And the more that you could do daily inputs every single day, you're going to guarantee yourself to be more successful in the long term, obviously. Most people don't really think of it this way, right? If you're just going to do 50 cold calls here and there, like, bro, what the actual fuck are you doing? You need to like 4x your input, right? For example, if you compare yourself right now doing 50 cold calls per day compared to your super villain version of yourself, which Tate talks about, let's just say you're doing 50 cold calls and super villain is doing like 200 plus 100 cold SMS plus 100 cold DMs as well, right? That person's literally going to get to 10K a month in like 5x the time because they're doing so much more input and you're wasting so much potential if you're only doing 50 cold calls per day. I'm going to go a bit of a rant here, but like it kind of pisses me off when I say, oh yeah, bro, I was talking to another guy the other day. He's like, oh yeah, I've been trying to hit 10K a month for the past year and I haven't got anywhere. I'm like, okay, let's actually look into the numbers here, right? So he's like, okay, I'm doing about like 20 cold calls per day. And like I send a few like personalized, emails per day as well. I'm like, okay, there's a reason you haven't fucking got anywhere is because you're literally just missing out on so much volume. And that's literally the first point is just you need to have so much volume and create this super villain of yourself, right? And just match that volume every single day. And I could pull out so many examples of literally clients I've coached in SMA right now. And they've literally went from, for example, Fabricio went from 0 to a 10K cash collected week in the first 3.5 weeks of actually joining. And the main thing we did was just fucking massively increase the volume and also implement a bunch of other systems as well. Also, like Kihua and Kenan went from like 7K month to 47K month in about 5 weeks just by massively increasing the volume. Like it's just, you need to just think of this version of yourself. You're like, okay, I need to just lock the fuck in and match these massive actions because I'm missing out on so much potential. Okay, now point 2 is actually persistency. So I was actually in Cape Town the other day and I was doing a blood test and they told me at the blood test station, this quick view by the way. So they told me at the blood test station, right, that I had a flight to Dubai about 24 hours after I actually was at this blood test, right? And it was a blood draw. So I was getting a bunch of blood draws and donation, right? And it said, Eric, goodbye. You're not getting your blood test today. There's literally 0 chance. You have to go home right now. I was like, fuck. And 10 minutes later, guess what was happening? I was getting a needle stuck in my arm and I was getting my blood test. Now, the main reason I'm actually telling you guys this story is because persistency, right? So when you are first starting out, there's going to be lots and lots of things that are going to kind of come in your way, and you're going to have to solve all these problems by yourself, right? But the big issue with that is most guys will just give up, right? I don't care what the situation is. I'm going to have things my way no matter fucking what. And I always do this. Like, for example, the blood test thing, like they literally told me like there's literally zero chance you're getting your blood test today. You have to go home now. Like they essentially kicked me out. And 10 minutes later, I was getting my blood test. Now you might be asking how I actually did this. That's for another story. But I actually I sent off a message to my virtual assistant. I photoshopped the date of my flight, and I also mentioned a bunch of other things. Use the sales skills, and then eventually I got it, right? And this also relates to sales as well, right? If you guys are just being lazy and you think you're going to give up fast when it comes to sales, or if someone tells you to fuck off, you're not going to get any cold calls. And this also, like, persistency relates so much to SMA as well, because if you are like just gonna, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a few cold calls here and there, and if everyone tells me no, I'm not gonna do any more, right? You have to keep on going. You have to have things your way no matter fucking what. You have to take life literally by the balls and go so much more harder, because if you don't, like, you're just gonna die like a normal fucking guy in a 9-to-5 job. Like, it's just not gonna be a life you actually want to be living, you know? And persistency is like so fucking important, because if you guys are just gonna go through life just not having things your way, you're just not gonna be successful, right? The most successful people I know have things their way no matter fucking what. And that's the same as me as well. No matter what, every single part of life, I'm going to have things my way no matter fucking what. I'm going to hit all my goals no matter fucking what. I'm going to get the blood test no matter fucking what. And I'm going to get the girl I want. I'm going to do everything, right? If you guys have this mindset early on, you're going to win, right? If you guys get emotional when people tell you no in cold calls and you stop cold calling that day, or you think you don't sign any clients and it's just super, super hard and you're going to give up, like, that's the complete opposite of being successful, right? Because, and that literally just shows no persistency whatsoever. Now, obviously, the third point is you need to kill off the old version of yourself. I've actually talked about this quite a lot previously, but someone's actually at the door right now, but I'm going to keep on filming this. But pretty much what I was trying to say is there is a version of yourself, right, that you have to kill off, right? And you have to kind of mold into the supervillain version of yourself, right? You have to ghost your friends, cut off your girlfriend, start moving to different environments, like try to move into a different house or a different apartment or a different city, whatever it is, if you guys have the cash. And if you don't, then you can even like just move your like room around. Like when I didn't even do that, but I actually moved cities, so it was kind of applicable. Okay, so actually next one is cold calling is king. So I was actually the Easy Grow cold calling head coach for a year straight. And I coached in there for a while, and I pretty much learned a lot of stuff. I've actually scaled my own agency to 30K a month in the first 5 months, mainly with cold calling as well. And I've also booked in 30 appointments in a single day in my other Dubai penthouse when I was cold calling. And that was pretty crazy stuff. Okay, and also the reason why cold calling is so important to actually do is because it mainly develops your skills as well, right? So it's going to develop your skills when it comes to facing rejection, getting better at sales skills, critical thinking skills, fast thinking skills, and also understanding more about your niche, how they think, how they act, what they sound like, what they say, all these certain things which are so important. Like literally the other day, like 2 days ago, my mentee, Tamim, literally booked in 7 meetings in a single day out of doing 70 dials, right? So it's like you could book in, and that's, let's just say 7 meetings. Okay, let's say 75% show up rate. Let's just say five of them show up, right? Even if you close 2 out of 5 or 1 out of 5, right? Let's just say 1 out of 5, 20% close rate. That's like 2K per month you could be doing. And that was literally just made with like a few hours of work. Like it's actually so fucking easy. This video is a bit of a rant, to be honest. I'm kind of going off right now, but it's like, you need to just understand, bro, if you only are doing 50 cold calls per day, you're going to be absolutely crushed by the competition. Imagine there's another version of yourself, right? Who's doing 200 cold calls per day. Let's just say 10% booking rate, which I was doing, most of my mentees are doing as well. Let's say that's 20 meetings booked in a single day. Let's just say 15 of them show up and you close even 3 out of 15, right? That's about 20% close rate. And they pay you 2K per month. You just made like 6K a month reoccurring in a single day of just doing cold calls. It's really not that deep. Also, guys, super quick, if you guys want this for free, my actual exact cold calling script, I used to hit 0 to 30K a month in the first 5 months of actually doing this. I gave it to all my employees. And also, the exact same one I used to book in 30 appointments in a single day with cold calling. All I want you guys to do is just comment the word cold call. I'll actually send it directly to you. And that's pretty much it. And let's get back to video. It's also going to be a full entire free PDF and also full entire video breakdown, why this works so well, the whole psychology behind it, the whole thinking behind it, and the whole entire process. So that's pretty much it. Just comment the word cold call and I'll send it to you. And let's get back to the actual video. Let's get it. Okay, so the main theme of this video was actually kind of like a wake-up call to actually tell you guys that you need to lock the fuck in. And if you want things fast, easy, no work, no sacrifice, yes, you could technically do that with automations, but you're way better off actually just going brute force and just going super fucking hard on specific tasks, like cold calling, like scraping leads manually, but I actually don't really recommend that. Obviously, you could automate scraping leads very fast and easily. So, but there's specific things, and like the guys who learn those skills very early on will always be the people long term. Like for example, with cold calling, right? You're going to develop so many skills, like sales skills, mindset skills, going through pain, going through and actually being persistent, also handling rejection well, and also learning how your niche talks, how they think, how they act, what they actually say as well. Like there's gonna be so many things that are gonna beat people long term when you actually put in the work super hard every single day. Like the big thing about hitting 10K a month, it's actually fucking easy. Like looking back on it, it's easy. You might be thinking like, oh, this guy's in a fucking tuxedo. Like why is he in a tuxedo? But don't worry about that. But anyway, why is he in Dubai and all this shit, right? But I was literally broke like 2.5 years ago, just dropped out of university, and I was hitting 10K months within the first few months of actually doing this. And I was looking back, okay, like how did I actually hit it? But like, I'm thinking of just right now, like honestly, probably mindset as well. So we kind of go into mindset as well. So when it comes to mindset, a big thing you focus on is changing your self-image every single day through specific methods. So I talk about, okay, you can change self-image, but you might be asking like, okay, how do I actually do this? The main thing is going to be this method called the gateway experience, which I talked about in my other video. Also, Neville Goddard SATs. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but it's kind of like a secret method I actually have been using to pretty much get whatever I want in life. But like I said, the main thing about this video was actually just a bit of a rant, to be honest, about going off on people who are doing only 50 cold calls per day. Because even if you're doing, like, let's just say you're focusing on a website, right? And you're focusing on a website instead of doing cold calls, you're going to be royally fucked. Okay, the website's actually important, right? Obviously, when you're first starting out. But like when you're focusing on, oh, how do I build this service stuff before actually getting any clients, you're not going to get anywhere, right? The number one most important thing is to get clients in the door fast and just focus on that as much as you possibly can. And if you don't, then you're just focused on the wrong thing. You're trying to like learning how to drive before you even walk, essentially, is what I'm trying to say, right? So it's a very, very important thing. But yeah, just go back to Dubai. Very excited, to be honest. But yeah, probably gonna go to Monaco for F1 in a few months and actually meet up with a bunch of guys there. Be a very good time. But yeah, just locking in here for the next 2 months. And I'm actually just taking someone from zero to Dubai in the next 30 days with a new challenge. So that's gonna be a very fun time. And yeah. And also, if you guys do want me to mentor you and actually coach you personally, I actually stopped doing the one-on-one mentoring for a while, but I'm actually thinking of opening up about 2 to 3 more spots and doing more of like a rev share offer. So if you guys are interested in that, just DM me on Instagram, just at Eric. You guys know where to find me. And yeah, I'm also gonna take someone from 0 to 10K per month in the first 30 days of actually doing this. And I'm actually gonna have him fly to Dubai if he actually makes it. So that's gonna be really cool stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, crazy case studies as well. Like I literally took Kihua from 7K month, Kihua and Kenan's 7K month to 47K month in the first 5 weeks of actually doing this. Fabricio from 0 to 10K week in the first 3.5 weeks. Also Matthew as well, 5 to 10K months inconsistently to 20K week in the first, I believe, 3 weeks of actually joining. So pretty crazy results. I could literally go on. I have over 20 case studies actually exactly like that. I'm not against any of them, but check out them on the website, thesmmentor.com. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you guys